being said, I want to turn the call over to a friend of mine, a great friend of mine now, who has blazed the trail throughout all the 5 links, has reached the position of platinum senior vice president, who is making a ton of money but has a heart of gold, because over the next 11 days he's going away from his family and all over the country to share with people this opportunity. If you're on the line, I would like to turn the call over to you.
Yes, I'm on the line. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Thomas.
I want to just thank you, Sakoni, for actually setting up this call today and really telling me, hey, you know, there's something that we need to do to get people moving, to make things happen. You know, change just doesn't happen. You got to change for change to happen. Some of y'all just standing still thinking that, you know, if I just stand where I am, change will happen around you. But it's not the kind of change that you want. You want to be in control of the change. So, Sakoni, I thank you so much for putting this call together. If you're your first time on this call and you have no idea why somebody introduced you to this call, well, let me tell you why. Somebody introduced you to this call because they were doing you a favor, just like a good friend of mine did me a favor. Prior to joining this business, I worked at BET as an attorney, and I worked as the assistant general counsel. And for years doing that business, I was making good money, but just not getting ahead. And from there, I did some work with Viacom. I worked at my county as a general counsel there. And I just really wanted to get ahead. I mean, who wants to live from paycheck to paycheck? And I'm just so grateful that one day a friend of mine came to my office and he said, hey, Thomas, I want you to come with me somewhere. But he didn't say where. And he took me to a barber's house who I didn't know. And I saw a presentation. And in the presentation, he explained the business to me, and I'm going to explain it to you. In this business, we work with a bunch of Fortune 500 companies. Companies like Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, Wells Fargo, Dish, DirecTV, and a ton more. And all we do is we help them get customers. We're customer acquisition experts, I guess you can call us that. And when we help these people get customers, these companies get customers, we get a small commission. It's not a lot of money, y'all. 50 cents to $2 a month. But we get that for the lifetime of the customer. So as long as the customer is going to pay their bills, we keep getting paid. There's no limit to the number of customers you can get. You know, there are people on this call that have 50 customers. There are people on this call that have 50,000 customers. There are people on this call tonight who have over 250,000 customers on this call tonight. So if you do the math on that money coming in at 50 cents to $2 a month, it really adds up. And it's really allowing people to sort of get their time back. And in getting their time back, get their sanity back. And I'll tell you, you know, it's one thing to have money. A lot of y'all on this call got good money, deep pockets. But if you got money and no time, then what is it worth? What if you got money and no help because you can't get to a doctor? What is it worth? What is it worth to have money but never see your spouse because y'all both working 2 jobs and juggling every minute that you have, and you can't see your kids, and you can't put them in college, and you ain't got no groceries in your fridge, and you can't take a vacation? Listen, money's great, but it is nothing more than a tool, and you should never, ever, ever let it define you. This business allows every single person to put in time into a business that you can build it over whatever time period you want to and get paid what you're worth. I mean, you got to ask yourself, where you are today, are you getting paid what you're worth? I have a good friend, she works for the U.S. government, and, you know, right before the government had the layoffs, you know, I called her up and I wanted to introduce her to this business called 5 Links. And my friend said to me, she said, listen, I'm not interested in looking at any alternative streams of income. Well, first of all, I thought that was foolish because everybody who's wealthy is always looking for additional streams of income. I don't care if you're Donald Trump or Warren Buffett or whoever you are. Additional streams of income is what makes the rich richer, right? So she says that she's indispensable at her job. She's been at her job for 7 years and nobody can do what she does. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me in the whole United States government, she's the only one person that could do what she's doing? I just hope nobody on this call is that sort of foolish to think that you're not irreplaceable. We're all replaceable in our jobs, right? So give yourself a different stream of income. Yeah, I went to school for 22 years, got more degrees than 2 thermometers, and I did well in law school. But guess what? I couldn't take my sister with me. I couldn't take my good friends with me. I couldn't say to the bar examiner or to the judge, hey, this is my boy, come on and let him practice law with me. It's not going to happen, right? But what I love about this business that I'm in right now is that barber who introduced me to this business, he had a high school diploma. He was exceeding my attorney income in this business. Anybody can do this business if you got a good work ethic and you want more out of life. And taking care of your kids is more important than the television, right? If you're willing to stretch yourself and learn some new things. And what's so interesting is we live in a world where you can get on the computer. The computer is a great equalizer. I mean, literally, almost any one of us can get on the computer from our homes and work on the internet. And if you're willing to learn some new skills, create passive residual income. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Every single day I introduce this business to hundreds, if not thousands of people. And I do it by sending them a few videos, literally. And I say to them, I say, hey, this is Thomas Felder. Are you interested in earning some additional income? And I say, if you are, take a look at this video, right? And I may send them to one of my websites. One of them is called BA Coupon, BEA Coupon.com. Take a look at it. It shows them the products that we have, and it shows them how they can become a customer and save some money. And when they save money, right, when the customer comes on and saves a little money, anywhere between 5 to 50% on any particular product, we get a small commission. Or somebody can look at the website and say, you know what, how do I make money in this business? How do I get started? Right? It just gives them options. And who in today's society doesn't need an option? So here I am in this business for 27 months, and I've been retired. Y'all. So now when my friends come and they ask me, what do? I used to say I was retired, but now I tell them I'm an options broker. I give options to people who are broker. Listen, some of y'all just been looking for something, and just consider today an answer to prayer. Not everybody who you run into are going to understand that you're going to step out on faith. That's why the 3% always make more money than the other 97%, right? And if you never heard about network marketing, don't feel bad. But what I want you to understand is that this industry that you are being introduced to today, there are more millionaires being created in network marketing than all of sports, all of Hollywood, all of the music industry, all of the Fortune 500 companies combined. In the last 10 years, 10 million millionaires were created in network marketing and direct sales. 10 million millionaires. Less than 1% of all the millionaires created in the last 10 years came from sports or entertainment. Less than 1%. The majority are coming from the industry that we're sharing with you tonight. So I'm just asking all of you to just sort of open your mind and be receptive. Definitely get back with the person who talked to you tonight about this business. And just say, hey, could you send me some more information? I want to find out what to do next. Okay? Before I go any further, what I wanted to do was, I have a good friend who's coming on tonight. I ain't going to chew into all of his time. But what I want to do is tell you that this is a business that if you wanted to win, you wanted to have an opportunity to be successful, you can do that. So right now, I'm going to introduce a friend of mine. His name is Damon Leggett. And Damon should be on the line with us. Damon is in our business. He's doing awesome and incredible. And I'm going to give Damon the opportunity to introduce our special guest. And I'll come back on the end and tell you guys what's next. All right? Because some of you, once you figure out what to do and you can earn some additional money, the question that should come to your mind is what's next. So after our special guest speaker tonight, we're going to get back on and we're going to close out and tell you what comes next. Damon, if you're on the line, please take it away.
Yes, I'm here, Thomas. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for getting on the line with us, Damon.
Perfect. Thank you. At this point, I want to turn it over to my man, Eric Thomas, who will help us and train us to get us to where we need to be.
Oh, man, I'm excited. I was listening to, Tommy and listening to you, Dame, and I was like, man, hurry up. When is it going to be my turn? I'm ready to get in. I'm excited. Like, I got to talk to the people, and I think, what Tommy said is so critical.